Breaking news, guys. It looks like our next defensive coordinator will be Mike Zimmer. Former Cowboys defensive coordinator. Josina Anderson's reported this. Todd Archer. Interestingly enough, Clarence Hill Jr. has said there is no agreement between anybody of who's going to be the next DC. Great hire for the Cowboys. Coach Zimmer is back, apparently. There you go. Zim is back. Looks like everybody knows. Yeah. Looks like Zimmer is back, baby. I don't know if Aden Dirty will be or not. Was kind of hoping maybe they give him a shot. But there's apparently people inside the building saying, hey, Mozzie Smith, that's all Aden Dirty. If that's true, he drops right down there with Rex Ryan on my list. Out of the hires that they were expected to make, apparently they told Mike Vrabel to kick rocks. Mike Vrabel was interested in interviewing, and they said, thanks, but no thanks. We're good. We're good. Okay. Didn't even give Al Harris an interview, which a little disappointing because I like Al Harris. I think, I know he doesn't have a bunch of experience, but at some point, somebody's going to give him a chance. Why not us? Same with Aden Dirty. He interviewed for 5 defensive coordinator positions. 5. Somebody sees something in him. So I don't know if he'll stay or not. Rex Ryan didn't make sense. Has a completely different scheme. Takes a while to change that scheme. He runs more of a 3-4. We run more of a 4-3 hybrid. And he's been out of the league for a long time. And he hasn't had great defenses in over a decade. His last really good defense was with the Jets in 2010. I wouldn't have hated it, but the one I can tell you I would have hated is Ron Rivera. Titanic Ron. Even Wink Martindale. I mean, man, you see what the Giants were? But hey, Dan Quinn's busy throwing people under the bus, stealing our coaches. Mike Zimmer, I think it's a good hire. Out of all of the potentials, it's a good hire. He's always had a top 10 defense for the most part. The Vikings, a lot of injuries and all that kind of fell apart at the end. But, excuse me. He's always been known, revered, and respected for his defenses. So, grade to hire. A, B, C, D, E, or F. I'd have to give it an A right now. Just based on his past and the fact that now he's not a head coach trying to control everything. He's in charge of the defense. He puts his foot on the gas and maybe gets this defense where we've never seen it since Wade Phillips, who had pretty good defenses with us. Bill Parcells, who had decent defenses with us. Since Jimmy Johnson. I like this hire. This was not an attractive job. If we're going to be honest with ourselves here, it's a lame duck head coach. Does anybody, let me know in the comments down below if you see Mike McCarthy making it past this year. Got a ton of free agents coming up, big fish free agents. You got Dak Prescott contract. You've got Micah Parsons. You've got DeRon Bland, Donovan Wilson, Jordan Lewis. Durance Armstrong, which is a big fish, but it's one of your key cogs, maybe. He's decent enough in a role. Oso Odigizua is coming up. He's talented. Got Tyron Smith's contract. You got Jalen Tolbert coming soon. Jake Ferguson, Tony Pollard, C.D. Lamb. So I don't know. I like the hire of Zimmer though. But we need more talent on his defense to go along with Micah, Diggs, Bland. Leighton Vander Esch probably gone. A lot of people have us taking Peyton Wilson in this draft. I wouldn't mind it. The only problem, multiple surgeries. So what have we got? Another Leighton Vander Esch, another Jalen Smith, another Sean Lee. It's like Overshown. Yeah, it's great. Talented. Redshirted him his first year because he was hurt, injured reserve. Damone Clark last year. What is it with us and injured linebackers? Now, Damone Clark's been good and he's playing well. He didn't get hurt this year. But who's to say he's not going to get hurt again? Can we get some healthy linebackers that can start their first year and played at least 2 or 3 years, at least to get through their first contract? Or at least get through their first contract. You got Sam Williams, the other defensive lineman. Not sure what he can be. Maybe he can be something under Zimmer. Look what he did with Vontaze Burfict with the Bengals. He was coached by Zim. Now, Zim couldn't control his off-the-field dumbness and his stupid play on the field and penalties and just his bull crap, but he was a very good linebacker. So maybe Sam Williams can get something. I think Zimmer, in all honesty, is better than Dan Quinn as far as a defensive coordinator. But I don't hate Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn was put in a bad spot with this team and this ownership, and I'm not. You knew from the jump in 2020, and I took the damn cheese this past year that Mike McCarthy was not the guy. And then this year, you knew it was a freaking sham when you had Jim Harbaugh, Mike Vrabel, Bill Belichick, all these coaches, and you're like, damn, Ben Johnson, which he ended up going back to Detroit, but either way. And you get Mike McCarthy. We're going to run it back with Mike McCarthy. What are you going to run it back to the wild card and get your ass stomped by Green Bay? You're going to run it back to the divisional round and get stomped by San Francisco? You're going to run it back in the championship and get stomped by Detroit? Who are you going to get stomped by next year, if you even make playoffs? We've had it pretty good here. 21 made the playoffs, 22 made the playoffs, 23 made the playoffs. 3 years in a row. That hasn't happened in a while. We're fixing in for a hard year. You could lose Biotish. I forgot all about Biotish. You could lose Biotish. Terrence Steele, if he still sucks. Josh Ball hasn't panned out. You've got some other young guys that maybe. Zimmer's a great hire on defensive coordinator, but we've got a lot of issues. And this team is in turmoil. This team is not disciplined. This team is not prepared. And that is coaching. You know, the players can play, but if they're not prepared and they don't have good leadership, not going to matter. When you can circumvent the head coach and go to Jerry Jones, the owner, and get whatever you want, what's the point? What's the point? Anyway, guys, Mike Zimmer, new defensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys. It looks like, I'll report if I was wrong, but it looks like everything I'm seeing now, he is the new defensive coordinator of the Dallas Cowboys. Congratulations. Welcome back, Zim. Let's see what you got. And we'll see who we can get in the draft and free agency. Love you all. Remember, like, subscribe, comment, share, hit notifications. If you do that, once we hit 100, doing a free giveaway. Love you all. Peace out.